welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. It's actually Chili Fest night tonight on the Pete Mezzetti Show, and we're also going to talk about the Old Saybrook Chamber of Commerce and the Rockfall Foundation. With me to discuss everything that's going on tonight is Judy Sullivan, who's the executive director of the Old Saybrook Chamber of Commerce. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
And Tony Marino, who's the executive director of the Rockfall Foundation.
Yep, thank you very
Sir.
much. And chair of the Chili Fest Committee.
That's right, and chair of the Chili Fest Committee. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. How are you guys?
Great.
Long time no see. It's been about a year.
Yeah.
We sat down, we did this about a year ago. So Judy, how long have you been executive director of the Chamber of Commerce?
Fingers.
Fingers, toes.
17 years.
You like it?
Of course.
Of course you do.
Why would you be here 17
Exactly.
years if you don't like it? Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Great organization, great volunteers. Love it a lot.
How many members?
470.
Really?
And growing.
And growing.
And
growing?
Yeah.
All right. Growing good way. We're going up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is there a cap
No,
on how many members?
no.
And Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself and the Rockfall Foundation.
Well, as you mentioned, I'm the executive director of the Rockfall Foundation. It's an environmental nonprofit.
Okay.
Our mission is to support environmental education and conservation in the lower Connecticut River Valley. And that's kind of how I help out with the Old Saybrook Chamber as well, because we do sustainability efforts for both the Chili Fest and the 5K Road Race.
Can we maybe talk about the sustainability
Sure.
efforts and
Sure.
what exactly they do?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
You know, years ago, the chamber on their own realized that they're throwing away a ton of plastic spoons.
A
Right.
ton.
A ton of
Like
plastic
probably
spoons.
north of 30,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So on their own,
Yeah.
you know, they
Yeah.
decided to start some sustainability efforts, and they bought all metal spoons, which they now use at the Chili Fest, and they have a local restaurant that at the end of the event washes it for them, and they get put away for the next year. So no more throwing away plastic spoons.
And just as a side note,
Yes.
they're washed before the event too.
Okay,
So-
there you go.
Hopefully. You hope they're
No,
washed
they
before
sit,
the
they sit in
event.
storage all year, so they're actually being washed this week, ready to go for the
Wash
event.
and sanitize.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
course.
You're good.
Yeah.
So I started to get involved with the Old Saybrook Chamber a little bit, and I went to my first Chili Fest probably 4 or 5 years ago, and
Right.
I saw all the waste being thrown away.
Okay.
And you know, I went to Judy and I said, you know, Rockfall might be able to help with this. And so we arranged for compostable cups that are now collected along with all the food waste, and they are brought to a composting facility
Okay.
where they are not thrown away. They're turned into compost.
Oh, cool.
And over the last 2 years, we've probably collected over 2,000 pounds of compostable material.
Wow.
Yeah. And, you know, lessen the burden on our trash cleaners because
Yeah, absolutely.
most of that,
Is
most of the
trash.
waste from there is compostable.
trash.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So it's been great.
Yeah. No. It sounds like it's effortless. So you just gotta.
Well, it takes a little
We like
bit
it
of
to
a
appear
little
that way.
Yeah, a little bit. But little bit.
And then I also went to the 5K road race, you know, 2 years ago probably, and
Yeah.
I saw that they were throwing away all the leftover bananas and half bagels, and they had a ton of water bottles that they were also not recycling.
Right.
So I said, I'll tell you what, give me all the food, and next year I'll come with a program where we can get rid of the water bottles. So now we compost the food from the road race.
Okay.
And we have a water station where we put out water in compostable cups. So last year there was not one plastic water bottle that was collected.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
And how did the Chili Fest come about?
Well, it's 27 years old.
Okay.
This is our 27th, so it started before me, but my understanding is that it was a way to bring people out, especially to Main Street.
Right.
And as the winter was ending, so get cabin fever, come on out, taste hot chili. Our restaurants are involved. Some nonprofit organizations are involved. So it's a nice way for those folks to gain exposure and just get people out on our beautiful Main Street in Old Saybrook.
Exactly. Now, I think I know the answers to this question. How many gallons of chili do you have to make in order to enter?
Well, we suggest 18 to 20.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's also weather dependent. If it's a beautiful day, then we can go through more. If it's a little cooler or gray, it goes a little less, but
Right.
around 18. It's a lot of chili.
And it all goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have chefs that run out, not very often that there's leftovers.
Right.
Yeah.
And then after the event is over, do you have a panel of experts downstairs figuring out all the ballots?
Of course, yeah. The ballots there'll be 21 chefs on the ballot. We require that you taste at least 10. So every time you taste a chili, the chef will mark it off.
Okay.
So the ballot counters go through all the ballots that are returned, make sure that there's at least 10 chilies tasted. Those are the ones that get counted, and then they get sorted by chef, and the winners are announced. Top 3 winners get a donation to the charity of their choice.
Okay.
And a really cool trophy. And
And there's at least 1 or 2 other awards too, right?
yeah, that's right. We have
celebrity judges?
we have judges that will be judging, and then we do a Spirit of the Chili Fest. So
Oh, cool.
those folks that really come out in force and enjoy the day get an award as well.
Very cool. And,
Yeah, it's great.
and hopefully you're praying to the gods it's going to be a nice day.
Never rains on game day.
In my time,
Yes. Yes.
we've done all the weather.
Right. And I remember most of the weather.
Right.
Sort of like the Arts and Crafts Festival. You stick out all the weather during that as well there, my friend.
But a nice, bright, chilly day.
It's all in the attitude.
Yeah, a bright, chilly day is perfect. So
That's right.
people,
That's
as long
right.
as the sun is out, it can be a little bit
That's
chilly. People go around and they do
Yeah.
all their tastings. And it's phenomenal that all these people come out, thousands of people come out.
Thousands, yeah, about 3,000 people. We go through, like, with every ballot, you get a chili necklace, so we go through quite a few of those.
Okay.
Just fun. It's fun to see people wearing their necklaces. They'll turn in their ballots, and there's chili on their clothes, and
Yeah.
but they had a great time.
Now, as far as, you said you had to taste at least 10 for your vote to count. So if you don't taste 10, your vote doesn't count.
That's correct.
See?
Yeah,
See,
you're listening.
I think I am.
Yeah, I mean, that's just because, you really should taste a few to have a valid
Right.
opinion.
Now, as far as the event goes, we go all up and down Main Street, both sides,
Both sides.
starting at the chamber
Starting
office.
at the chamber office, down to St. John's Church.
Okay.
Across the street, starting at Cartier, all the way down to the Monkey Farm. So, yeah, 21 of them. Come on out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it sounds like I've done it before in the
Good.
past. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of chili. They're all great.
They are.
We often hear it's very hard to choose, but got to.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot. Let's see if you know this one. Who won last year?
It was Colt Taylor and his team at Los Charros,
Where's Les Charros?
Branford.
Oh, okay.
He's also the owner of the Essex, across from.
In Saybrook?
Yeah,
Okay.
across from the Cape, right?
Across from the Cape.
Yeah, that used to,
Yeah.
that
And I
used to be-
can't quite remember the other two, but
Yeah.
the Monkey Farm usually comes in, Angus McDonald, Gary Sharp usually comes in.
Yeah.
The Tea Kettle has done very well, so there's a quite a stiff competition, I'd
There's a
say.
variety of chilies for everybody to taste.
100%.
Oh, yeah. Everyone has their own recipe.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
Tony, do you go out and taste?
I do.
Do you?
I have to.
Oh, okay.
It's quality assurance.
That's right.
I was going to say, you one of the judges?
No, but as chair of the committee, I feel obligated
Right.
to go around and make sure that
Taking
everything.
one for the team.
That's
Making sure everything's okay, huh? And do you go taste, or you too busy?
No,
Too busy in the office?
Yeah, There's always something that comes up, so I like to get out and visit, but there's not a lot of tasting that goes on.
No, because you're too busy.
Right.
So people come to the registration table, but there's also different other tables
That's right.
where they can
Oh,
buy.
yeah, that's right.
That's right. So along the street, there'll be 5 different spots that you can buy a ballot.
Okay.
Or you can buy them online ahead of time.
Right.
And pick them up at the chamber office, or you can stop in the chamber anytime starting Monday, the 26th, and purchase a ballot.
Cool. And, okay. And the ballots are basically, and all you got to do on day.
Yeah, the
day
ballot
of
serves
Chili
as your
Fest. Yeah.
ticket. Some people ask, if there's a ticket price, but we consider that a ticket. Yeah.
And now the most important part of the question is, I know we mentioned the winner gets, their favorite charity gets
A donation, yep.
The donation of the prize.
Right.
But you guys also have a scholarship fund?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Let's
the
talk
event-
about, let's talk about that.
The event funds our scholarship. We give a scholarship out every year. Sometimes we give 3, sometimes we give 5. It depends on the year, it depends on the pool of applicants. But the criteria is a resident of Old Saybrook, employee or family member of a chamber member. And then this year, we also have, since we've merged with Old Lyme, we have the Old Lyme scholarships this year as well.
Oh, okay.
So we're giving out 2 in Old Lyme.
Yeah.
And they do one for business related, and they do one for promise in the arts. So that's good.
Now, tell us a little bit about the scholarship fund. Who was Wilfred Hunter? Who was?
He had my job years
Okay.
ago. Actually, he might have been involved in one of the first Chili Fests.
Really?
But he was also the founder of lacrosse here in Connecticut. So
Really?
he had my job, and when he passed away, they wanted to memorialize him with the scholarship. So the name of the scholarship is the C. Wilfred Hunter Memorial Scholarship.
And the donation, the scholarship goes to a couple different high school age kids.
Sure. Yeah, it depends on the year, but we've given out 3, we've given out 8. It just depends on the pool and how we do at the Chili Fest, quite honestly. So come on and support it.
Exactly. Come on down, hang out. So what else is the chamber up to?
All kinds of
Besides the
things.
Chili Fest?
All kinds of things.
Well-
Right, we have our monthly meetings that meet. We have our Connections Hour in the morning, where a lot of collaborations and people introduce their business, and a lot of partnerships are formed there. We have the nonprofit group that meets every month that welcomes in all of our nonprofit members, talking about relative topics for nonprofits. We've got our Women in Business group that meets every month. Next week, we have a half-day session on artificial intelligence.
Oh, cool.
At the Saybrook Point Inn, which I'm proud to say is sold out, so we're thrilled for that.
Nice.
All kinds of things going on.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what's so exciting about the chamber is they
Something for everyone.
they have so many events that are across the board for businesses to participate in. It is really something for everybody.
Would you guys mind sticking around for another segment?
Of course we would.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Judy Sullivan and Tony Marino from the Old Saybrook Chamber of Commerce. Welcome back, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to be here.
So, Tony, we were talking a little bit about, during the break, about the nonprofit
Council.
Council.
Yes.
Can you maybe tell us
Yeah,
about it?
it's a committee of the Old Saybrook Chamber.
Okay.
And, people don't realize this, but there's a significant number of nonprofit members of the chamber. And what the nonprofit council does is provide programming and information to nonprofits that would be of interest to them as they work to grow their nonprofits.
Okay.
So we've done things on governance. In May, we're going to have a program on accounting. We've done things on the different programs that people use for social media.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and software, that was
Yeah.
a hot topic,
Yeah.
different software packages.
So, there's like 50 nonprofit
Yeah,
members.
it's quite a few.
Which out of the 450, it's a pretty significant number.
Yeah.
So I really credit the chamber for recognizing the fact that they have a good population of nonprofit members.
Yeah.
And they pay attention to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you guys meet when?
The second Tuesday of every month.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock in the morning at the Pavilion.
That's right.
So I
Okay.
like to call it a meeting with a view.
It is
That's
a meeting
right.
with the view.
That's
Beautiful
right.
view.
I've
Yeah.
been down there for meetings.
Yeah. No, it's great.
And now, is there a cap if people want to get, is there a cap on
No, we
numbers?
encourage as many nonprofit. Actually, some of our programs could be of interest to people that volunteer for nonprofits, not just people that are employed by nonprofits. So we encourage anyone that is interested in nonprofit topics to come and join us at the meeting.
Okay. And what other fun boards do we have as far as nonprofit? We got a nonprofit board.
You mean, who's a nonprofit member of the chamber? Is that what you mean, or do you?
Or other
What do we
committees.
do? Oh,
Yeah, other committees.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sure, we have our Women in Business group. They meet
Okay.
monthly, generally for lunch, but occasionally in the afternoon. We'll do something in the evening. And next week, we have a half-day program on artificial intelligence. So that's going to be great. We're actually going to build a company from scratch using artificial intelligence, so excited about that.
There you go.
We have our monthly First Thursday Business Connections is what we call it. It meets every first Thursday down at the Pavilion. Everybody introduces themselves quickly. I've got a timer, and if you talk past the timer, you got to stop. But it keeps moving, but there's a lot of great collaboration that comes out of that.
When I first got involved, that was very helpful to me
Right.
to get involved with the chamber because
Right.
it's kind of fast-paced, but you get to network with a lot of different other chamber members.
Right.
And it's really good
Right.
opportunity to connect with people.
Yeah, and the also nice thing about that is after that meeting, we share everybody's contact information via email. So,
Oh, cool.
We'll get called 2 weeks later and said, I want to connect with that gentleman in the back that had the gray tie, but I can't remember his name. And so we do a lot of that, reconnecting with people.
Now, tell me about the connection between the chamber and the Rockwall Foundation.
Sure.
How did that come about?
Well,
Many moons ago.
Well, first of all, I don't know, it's been several years, but
Yes.
As an organization, Rockville joined the Old Saybrook Chamber, and that's how we first got involved.
Okay.
And we, over time, we got more involved. I was elected to the board 4 years ago, maybe.
I'm not going to tell you because I want you to stay on.
And my involvement just grew from there. And, through our efforts with the Saybrook, though, they recognize the good things that the Rockwall Foundation does, and we were very pleased to be awarded the Community Impact
right.
Award at the last annual meeting.
That's right.
Yeah, well, look at the impact that it has had, right? 2,000 pounds of compostable waste.
Yeah.
That's significant.
Yeah, and that
Right.
was over just 2 years, so.
Right, yeah. So it's been great.
Yeah. So, we see real value to us as an organization to belong to the Old Saybrook Chamber.
And of course, you value your members,
Every single one.
including me.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course,
In-
of course.
Until you until I stop in and you throw me out.
But that's what makes the world go round, right? We all need each other on some levels, so
Of
it's important. It's important to have business, nonprofit, so it makes the community strong.
Absolutely. Now, last time we were together, it was right after you guys changed your name. You are now the, let's see if I can get this right, the Greater Old Saybrook Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. That's right.
How are things going since the merger happened?
Terrific. You know, even before we rebranded,
Yeah.
40% of our membership is outside of Old Saybrook anyway,
Really?
right? So we've always been trying to convey that, you know, if you want to do business in the area, come along, right?
Right.
Come along and take advantage of our opportunities. So it was time, and with the Old Lyme Chamber disbanding, it was just the perfect opportunity for us to make that leap.
Oh, is that why the leap was made, because the Old Lyme Chamber?
Well, it was in the works
didn't
for
know
a
that.
while.
Okay.
You know, it's always been talked about because of the fact that
Right.
we really do have members in kind of the whole lower River Valley, right? So we wanted to make that apparent to people by the name. And so we've been talking about it, but once that happened, it just was the right time.
Right, and the Old Lyme Chamber was a volunteer organization where
Right.
the Old Saybrook Chamber has staff.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
That's the
really?
big difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to maintain with volunteers,
Yeah.
so.
So there's a lot more that we can offer, or the Saybrook can offer to those businesses than they could when they were just a volunteer organization.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So
You
it's
taught
been
me
great.
something.
It's been great. We have a bi-monthly meeting over in Old Lyme, and that's growing, and, you know, lots of businesses are starting to connect with each other, so that's what we do best.
Now, if somebody was thinking about joining the Chamber of Commerce and was on the fence, so they didn't fall off the fence, what we...
But we want them to fall on the other side.
No.
Our side.
Stop it. Stop it.
Sure. You know, give us a call. Check out the website. Everything's out there.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, we'll sit down with somebody and go through the whole thing, or invite them to a meeting, right?
Right.
Come test it out. If it's a good fit, great. If it's not, that's fine too. But,
Right.
yeah, check us out.
And why would somebody want to be part of the chamber?
To be part of the community,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we...
It's a lot of fun. You guys
and
are a
and all
fun
the
chamber.
time, we are connecting people.
Right.
You know, somebody just called this morning looking for somebody to fill a bunny suit. So I've been trying, I know, it happens.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're on the hunt for somebody that might want to help them out.
And,
Those
you know,
kind of things.
Yeah, and just through all the programs that the chamber puts on.
Right.
It's really a benefit to businesses.
Right.
So the right
Right.
reason, you know, one of the reasons to join is because you're going to enhance your business
Yeah.
by belonging to the chamber. So that's a real positive
Yeah.
aspect of being a member.
Yeah.
And I've been a member for, I don't even know how long, a couple years, I think.
Great.
I hope.
No, it's great. You know,
It is.
like Tony was saying, people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust, right?
Right.
So, you know, by being part of the organization adds a little bit of credibility and the opportunity to meet folks that you may not have met.
Right. And I have to applaud you guys. I like the chat book.
Yeah,
I like-
it's great, right?
I like
It's
that.
great. We do too. We're very proud of that. That's a digital magazine that comes out every other month. So,
And it
another way,
highlight-
right? So all those marketing
highlights
opportunities
everything.
are great. Yeah, it's
And
good stuff.
It highlights everything. How was the Chamber Connection in Clinton that you guys had not long ago?
Terrific,
Good job.
terrific. We were down at DLS Insurance.
Yeah.
They hosted a lovely gathering. We had some folks from all over. We had a gentleman from Hartford and somebody from Groton. So, I mean, it just, you know, people really want to do business in the area. So it's a great way to meet people and get the word out.
And what makes your chamber different than any other chamber around?
I mean, that's a good question.
That's a loaded question.
I really,
You know, each chamber is different.
right.
And because
It's true.
Rockwell has the opportunity to participate with both Middlesex and Old Saybrook Chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And-
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys.
Well, we're based in Milltown.
That's
but,
right.
But each provides unique opportunities for businesses.
Right.
But we certainly value our relationship with the Old Saybrook Chamber.
It's all about the fit,
Yeah.
right? Whatever fits best for your business at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So what, any connections coming up? No?
I'm sure there are.
There are.
Off the top of my head.
Check the website.
Yeah, you have to check.
Check.
I know that we'll be at Shore Appliance coming up. We'll be at the car dealers in not too long, but I don't have those dates.
That's okay. And speaking of car dealers, sometime in the spring, we got a car show coming up.
That's right.
We don't know the date
We
yet.
do, Sunday,
Well,
June 2nd.
Thank you.
We do. Yep,
Okay,
it's gonna be
where?
great. At the Auto Mall,
At the- yeah.
Chrysler Dodge, Shoreline Chrysler Dodge Jeep
Mm-hmm.
Ram and Hyundai, in partnership with the VFW.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great day.
I remember that day. Last year, I was actually standing around helping Joe Wallach park vehicles.
Perfect.
There you go.
I
Perfect,
found something for me to do.
perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
And hopefully that's going to be a nice day. And in the spring, you guys are going to do your golf tournament.
Yep, that's June 10th.
And I understand we're going on a trip. Where we go?
No, the Chamber is sponsoring a trip through a
Yes.
company called CI Destinations, which is Chamber International Destinations. So they work only with chambers across the country. It's a trip to the French Riviera, late October,
Okay.
a week-long trip, one hotel stay, flying out of Logan. Everything's included.
Yeah,
Cool.
Sounds like it's going to be a great trip.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
You going?
I'm keeping my fingers
You
crossed.
think? All
I haven't made that decision, but I'm keeping my
There
fingers.
you go.
But before that, we have chili to talk about.
That's right. Well, we got chili to talk about, and we're about
Right.
to run out of time.
Oh,
So
gosh.
before we do, I want to thank you guys for coming down, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
You bet,
Great.
thank
Always-
you.
Always great to be here.
Yeah, all right. On behalf of Judy and Tony from the Chamber of Commerce, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night. We'll see you next week.